it's time for another pretty gritty strength and conditioning session for those of you that are working on your post-lockdown body of a goddess. This session is going to take us about 20 minutes to complete. Very simple, doesn't require a lot of space or any equipment other than if you've got one of these elastics, that will come in handy for when we do the side clam exercises. But if you don't have one of these, it's absolutely fine just to do the side clams without the band. But that's the only bit of kit we need today. So we're going to do 7 different movements, 3 times through. We'll do each one for 40 seconds with a 10-second gap between each exercise to move on to the next one. So we're going to start with dead bugs. Then we're going to do our side clams on our left, then on our right. We're going to do plank, but with a knee tap, which you'll see me demonstrate when we start. After that, we're going to do Russian twists, back extensions and heel raises, and then that will bring us back round to the beginning to repeat those 7 exercises again. Anything you're not too sure about, maybe just watch me for the first few seconds until you think you know what you're meant to be doing, then join in. If anything hurts or is uncomfortable at all, or you're not sure you're doing it right, then just leave it and wait for the next exercise to begin and join in with that one. I will try and give a couple of alternatives to make things a little bit easier, but also a little bit harder, if that's what you want. Okay, so I'm going to set the timer and we'll get down on the floor for our dead bugs, which is the first exercise. So the dead bugs look like this. You want to lay on your back, bend your knees to 90 degrees, and then you're just going to lower, alternate arms and legs. So stretching your fingers and toes away from one another, bringing them back up to the centre. Slow and controlled movements. Really using those abdominal muscles to pull your legs back up to the middle. Okay, back up from there. So we're going to do the side clams. So if you have got one of these, then you can just pop it around your knees, lay on your side, and all you're going to do is lift your top leg up away from your bottom leg. Try not to let your knees touch in the middle here when the legs come together. And you're trying also not to roll this top hip back. You want to keep your hips stacked on top of one another. Squeezing that top leg away. Almost there. Okay, and switch sides. So exactly the same thing. Put the band around your knees and lay down. Okay, so the next exercise is a plank with knee taps. So come down onto your mat, rest on your forearms, nice flat back, and then you can either do single knee taps, which is just raising and lowering alternate knees to the mat and then back up to get a nice straight back again. Or the other option, if you want to make it more difficult, is to tap both knees down and then squeeze one leg up, keeping that leg straight and lifting it up a while, making sure your back's not sagging. Okay, excellent. So the next exercise is your Russian twist. So you want to lay on your back and you can either do this with your knees bent, put your arms out to the side, and you're just going to lower your knees to alternate sides, pulling them back up, using your abdominal strength to pull it to the middle, and then lowering it to the other side. And then if you wanted to make this one more difficult, you would do it with straight legs. To be honest, if you do this one with good technique, this is really hard, even with your legs bent. You've got to really pull those abdominals in. Okay, you can just roll over from there onto your front, and we're going to do back extensions. So laying on the floor, looking down at the mat, and then just lifting your chest and head up off the mat. Try and keep your feet firmly planted on the floor. It's not a massive range of movement, it's just squeezing as far up as you can. From there, come up to standing. I'm going to do heel raises. So I'm going to choose to do single leg heel raises. So I'm going to lift one leg off the floor, and I'm just going on my left leg and pushing up onto my toes, using just the windowsill here for support, which is fine. You can just find something to rest against so that you can get your balance a bit better. Alternatively, if this is too much on one leg, just do it with both feet on the floor. Sit, pushing right up on your toes. Just a few more. Brilliant, so that's the end of round one. So we're back to the dead bugs. So lay down again. Bend your knees, arms straight up, and then just lower your hand and your feet away. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Pull those abs in nice and tight. And remember to breathe. Okay, so after the dead bug is the side clams. So if you've got an elastic, pop it round, lay on your side, making sure your hips are stacked on top of one another, and then just squeezing that top knee away from the bottom knee. Concentrating on keeping those hips stacked on top of each other, not rolling your hip back. That's it. Keep going. Brilliant. Switch sides. So your other leg is on the top. So you should really begin to feel this in the outside of your glute, in the back up here. Last few. Squeezing open as far as you can. Brilliant. Okay, get rid of the elastic, and we're into the knee taps and the plank. So down on your forearms, and then either single knee taps or the double knee tap with the glute squeeze. Try and keep that back completely flat. Or the double ones look like this. Pull those abs in really tight. Excellent, so now you can just lay down on your front for the back extensions. Lift and squeeze. Not holding your breath. Excellent. So from there, you're just going to lay down and do the Russian twists. So lay on your back, bend your knees, or alternatively straight legs if you want to, and then you're just going to lower your knees and use your abdominals to pull your legs back up to the middle. Really engage those abs. Couple more. Brilliant. Okay, standing up, and we're going to do our heel raises. So if you did single ones the first time, you now want to be on your other foot. So I'm now on my right foot and just pushing up onto my toes and just using this hand to help with my balance. Going. Last few. Excellent. So now we are back round to the beginning again for the final time. So laying down, ready for your dead bug. That's it. And extending your arm and your foot away. Nice and slowly in control. This is one of those exercises that the slower you do it, the harder it is. Okay, grab your band if you've got one. Okay, and off we go. Last time of these on this side. Squeezing that leg open and trying not to rest your knees together in the middle, or just very lightly letting them touch. Okay, switch sides, so swivel around into your side. last one or two. Oh, and feel these. Brilliant. Put your band to one side. So into our plank now with our knee taps. So down onto your forearms, up on your toes, back nice and flat, and then just beginning either with the alternate knees or with a double knee, and then a glute squeeze. Making sure your back's completely flat, whichever one you're choosing, and those abdominals are sucked right in, but you're not holding your breath. Roll over. What was the next one? The Russian twists. Okay, arms out to the side. And lowering those knees almost to the ground, but trying to keep your shoulder blades down on the floor if you can. Slowly and controlled. Really working into the sides of your front oblique muscles. Okay, we can roll over and do our back extensions. So on your front, fingers at your temples, looking down, and then just squeezing up as high as you can. Keep going. Okay, final exercise. Back to our heel raises. Now this time I'm going to do double heels just because I've done single on both legs and we're doing an odd number of repetitions, so these feel miles easier. If you've been doing the single leg ones, doing it on 2 feet isn't nearly so hard. You can actually do these standing on a step, which gives you a much bigger range of movement because then you can push up onto your toes, but then you can actually let your heels drop off the step as well, which makes the exercise harder and gives your ankle a bigger range of movement to work through. Pushing up. Brilliant, and we're finished. So stop the timer. So as you can see, that wasn't particularly difficult, didn't take up too much of your time, and you didn't need a lot of equipment or a lot of space to do it either. But those exercises are really effective. If you could repeat that maybe twice a week, or alternatively mix it with one of the other exercise videos on this channel, you'll very quickly feel a difference, that you start to get stronger and toned up in some of those areas that you'd like to be. And hopefully by the end of all this you will have a post-lockdown body of a goddess to reveal. Okay, thanks and see you next time. Bye!